My boyfriend's mom said I'd never be good enough for her son because I grew up poor. I smiled and said nothing. Then she asked me to co-sign his car loan because his credit was destroyed. I had to break some news to her. We'd been dating 8 months when she invited me to their family dinner. The invitation came through text with specific instructions about dress code. Business casual, she wrote, as if I didn't know how to dress myself. I showed up in a simple black dress and flats. Big house, 3-car garage, chandelier in the dining room, the works. His dad was polite enough, asked about my job in marketing, seemed genuinely interested. But his mom, Karen, she had an agenda from the moment I walked through the door. She spent the whole meal asking about my background, where I grew up, what neighborhood, what my parents did for work, whether I went to private school or public. Each question felt like a test I was designed to fail. When I said public school and that my dad was a mechanic and my mom was a nurse, her face changed. Not dramatically, just this slight tightening around her eyes. She set down her wine glass carefully and looked at my boyfriend across the table. Honey, I know you think this is serious, but people from different worlds rarely work out long term. She won't understand our lifestyle or our expectations. It's nothing personal. I kept eating my salmon like she wasn't dissecting my entire existence right there at the dinner table. My boyfriend, Michael, he just looked uncomfortable and changed the subject to his new promotion at work. After dinner, she pulled him aside into the kitchen. I was in the hallway putting on my coat, and I heard every single word. She's nice enough, I'll give you that, but you need someone who can keep up. Someone who understands what it takes to maintain a certain standard of living. You can't build a future with someone who's never had money. They don't understand how to manage it, how to invest it, how to make it work for them. I left without saying goodbye. Michael apologized for a week straight, said his mom was just protective, that she'd warm up to me eventually, that her opinion didn't matter because he loved me. I told him it was fine. I wasn't fine, but I also wasn't about to beg someone to like me. 3 weeks later, my boyfriend called me at work absolutely panicking. His voice was shaking, talking so fast I could barely understand him. His mom had co-signed his BMW 2 years ago when he first got his job, but now she wanted her name off the loan. She was refinancing her house and needed to reduce her debt-to-income ratio. Problem was, his credit score was 540. Missed payments, maxed out credit cards, 2 accounts and collections from his college days that he never dealt with. He needed someone to replace her as co-signer, or the bank would repossess the car within 30 days. Baby, I know it's a huge ask, but you have good credit, right? You're always talking about your credit score. It's just a formality, really. My mom's being completely unreasonable about this whole thing. I make enough to cover the payments. I just need someone with better credit to co-sign. I asked him to send me the loan details. When I saw the number, I actually laughed out loud at my desk. $87,000 for a car he absolutely could not afford. His monthly payment was almost $400. He showed up at my apartment 2 days later with his mom. She was wearing sunglasses inside even though it was evening, and she wouldn't make eye contact with me when I opened the door. We need to discuss the car situation, she started, walking into my living room like she owned it. I'm sure you understand that sometimes we help the people we care about. That's what families do. That's what partners do. I nodded slowly. Absolutely. That's why I'm confused about why you're removing yourself from his loan if family helps family. Her jaw tightened. I watched the muscle twitch near her ear. My financial advisor recommended it for tax purposes, but someone needs to step in, and since you two are so serious, so committed to each other, I pulled out my phone and showed them my credit score. 790. My boyfriend's face completely lit up like Christmas morning. His mom's expression shifted to something almost relieved, like she'd solved a problem she'd been stressing about for weeks. However, I continued, keeping my voice perfectly calm. I checked with my financial advisor too. She said co-signing an $87,000 loan for someone with a 540 credit score would be the single dumbest financial decision I could possibly make. She also mentioned that people from different worlds rarely understand each other's financial habits. Someone who's never had to budget or worry about money usually doesn't respect it. The room went completely dead silent. You could hear the refrigerator humming in my kitchen. I grabbed my keys off the counter and walked toward the door, opening it wide. You were right about one thing though, Karen. I'll never be good enough for your son because I'm too smart to destroy my credit score for someone whose own mother won't even do it. His mom's face went completely white and her hands started shaking so hard she dropped her purse.